Politics and sport, no, shouldn't mix. I think sport is one thing, politics is another.
I believe politics is largely in everything we do, you know, from work to footy to anything you want to be a part of. Politics is going to have a little squidge of what's happening. So politics being a part of football is no different to 50, 60 years ago.
So what are your thoughts about the World Cup being in Qatar?
Not a good thing.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean their country's their country, our country's ours.
Gotta respect their culture.
If they come here, we'd expect them to live like us, so it is what it is.
Shouldn't have happened. Bribery.
Everyone's entitled to their own views, but I don't believe in their views.
It's a shame because especially, I've got a friend who's gone over and I know they love to drink. So why can't they have a pint? Why can't they enjoy themselves how they want to enjoy themselves? And if you want to, you know, be gay, be trans, be whatever you want to be, you should be allowed to, because that's your choice, your prerogative.
When in Rome, you do as the Romans do. So if it's in Qatar, that's their rules of their country, and so be it.
Not very keen. It's outrageous. I was being polite.
You've got to have fun. Obviously, the beers being banned has obviously affects a lot of people, but the sport's at the key of it before everything else. And
the thing is, they're changing everything last minute, aren't they?
Yeah, the sport's at the key of everything, and all the politics, all the ban, all that. You can't expect to go into someone else's house and do what you want.
I think a few years ago it should have been moved and dealt with, but now we're here. So embrace it, let's enjoy it. I come in England, bring it home.
Today they announced that they couldn't wear the One Love armband. Did you agree with that?
They should be allowed to wear it. I don't see why it's a big thing. I think FIFA should let them, and I don't get it. I don't get it really, but
I think it's the right decision. I think potentially they should make some sort of statement, but whether that's the correct statement is a question not for me.
Politics and sport, no, shouldn't mix. I think sport is one thing, politics is another, and people. I love sport and I know everything about sport, but I don't know anything about politics.
I believe politics is largely in everything we do, you know, from work to footy to anything you want to be a part of. Politics is going to have a little squidge of what's happening. So politics being a part of football is no different to 50, 60 years ago. It was always a part of football.
I think it has a place, but like it shouldn't overtake the sport. Like the sport is number one.
No. For me, it's a mental health thing that everyone for 90 minutes forgets about the problems that goes on in their lives.
What are your thoughts about Russia not being allowed in the World Cup? Do you agree with that?
yeah.
Yes, yeah. I mean, the thing is, there's got to be a line at some point, and I'm not saying that LGBTQ+ or women's rights or migrant workers' rights aren't the same as starting a war, but there's got to be a line in the sand drawn, and it's at what point do you do that? You're going to annoy somebody.
So in Iran at the moment, there's lots of protests going on. So what are your thoughts on that?
In Iran, I don't know much about them, to be honest.
No. Sorry. Look, I'm a Man United fan and I absolutely love Bex. And being an ambassador for Qatar, it's really hard because his hands are probably tied, and deep down, does he know the full impact of what he's doing and what he's saying? It's hard for me to have an opinion on that, but I still love Bex no matter what.
That's what he's paid for. He's a sellout. He's a sellout. He's ambassador of football.
I'd rather people not be ambassadors like Morgan Freeman. Obviously he's not English, he's American, but like it's upsetting to see people like that doing that, but it doesn't colour my opinion on them. It's their job. It's what they are. David Beckham means more to world football than he does to England fans.
I don't see why not. David Beckham's such an iconic footballer.
This is who he is. He's about the Beckham franchise. So, look, he's got his own club in US. Like,
It's part of the Beckham franchise to be an ambassador for Qatar.
it gets our name out. It gets our name out to more Qataris, more, anyone and everyone. It gets the name out to the World Cup, and it's the biggest stage of all. So, if I'm honest, I don't care, because everyone has their own opinion. Everyone says one thing, and then money on life gets in the way, and it changes. So who am I to judge? I've got my beer, I've got my mates, I've got the football. Come on, England!
Which match are you most looking forward to?
What match? England in the final.